I just finished the first episode of The Laughing Salesman, and I gotta admit, that was way more interesting and better than I thought it was going to be. Now, however, I do know many is probably going to watch this and probably not like it because of the art style, which that's what I want to dive into right now. So the art style of The Laughing Salesman, completely different from normal anime. Like, if you're going into seeing the traditional art style of an anime, you're not going to see that. It's completely different, but I feel like the way the art style is done, it works with the series. It works with the way the world is being showcased. So I personally have no problems with the art style, but I could see how the art style of The Laughing Salesman could easily turn off someone just because of the way it is. Now, besides that, if you look past the art style, there is a very good show here. And here is pretty much the summary of it. So you have a salesman, which is offering people deals. He walks up to people that are in need, they have something they want, he offers them a deal. Like, some cases he'll offer you a credit card to where you can buy anything you want, you don't have to pay any money, but the thing is once you buy something, the next day, everything is taken back away from you. So let's say you buy a video game, next day comes around, the video game is taken away from you. But you don't get charged or anything, but everything you buy with the card is taken. So you could automatically assume that could lead into some very dark shit if you think about it real quick. So I mean, because of this, it's kind of like the salesman is the equivalent of the devil. Have you ever heard of making a deal with the devil? That's pretty much what the Laughing Salesman is. He comes up to you in the time of need when you're wanting something, you have these emotions, he offers you something, you take it, and then it turns out you're in an even worse position than you were in the first place. And that's kind of what the series is about. Now, I want to be completely honest, this series seems like it's going to be very episodic, so if you're not one to really like episodic series, you might not like The Laughing Salesman, because it doesn't seem like this is overall going to be a series that progresses with plot through the episodes. It's going to probably have an episode focusing on one character, maybe an episode, like 2 episodes focusing on one character, but overall, it's mainly going to be episodic. It's just the Laughing Salesman making deals with people and then making their life even more shit than it already was. And personally, that's very enjoyable because it can lead into some very mature themes, but also some interesting, you know, I guess developments for some of the characters because of what they have to deal with their lives. And maybe some characters might go through a lot of character development because there is a lot of potential with the way the series is written. Now, like I said, once again, I want to emphasize, if you do not like episodic series, you might not like this. But if you can look past that, and the art style, this series will definitely stand out. It's definitely something that's going to stand out to me. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be reviewing this series weekly because of what it is. For instance, since it's episodic in nature, because I know it's going to be, I don't know if I'm going to be able to review this weekly. However, I'm definitely going to be watching this because I had a lot of fun with the first episode, and it's what I expected, but it went past my expectations, and I was satisfied with what I got. So, besides all of that, let's talk about that opening song for a second. That opening song, now obviously, there's a lot of anime still coming out for, you know, Spring of Anime 2017, so I haven't heard every single opening song, or ending song, or OST, or whatever from the season. However, I have to say, besides continuations, like, for instance, Boku no Hero Academia, or Attack on Titan, that is my favorite opening song. Like, that's my favorite from a new series from this season. I love how catchy it is. It seems like this is going to be one of those series that's going to be a hidden gem. It's going to be one of the series that not many people are going to watch, or they're not going to really know about. They're going to look at, you know, probably the first couple minutes of it, and then they're just going to throw it under the bus and say, yeah, fuck this series. I feel like that's the type of series this is going to be. It's going to be one of those series that not many people watch, nobody acknowledges at all, but the people that do watch it are going to have a lot of fun with it. And so, I'm going to say right now, most likely this is going to be one of the best opening songs, though, getting back on topic, one of the best opening songs of Spring of Anime 2017. So yeah, I mean, it's an anime about a salesman basically being the equivalent to the devil making a deal with you. It's pretty dark. It's a dark series. I can see where this can get pretty damn dark. I mean, and also the theme of it, it's not where the people that make these deals are necessarily they deserve it. It's just people in a bad point of their life to where they make the wrong decision and then they get in an even worse position than they already were. And that's kind of showing how sad this series could possibly be. Because the 2 examples we had in this episode was a man that just pretty much was doing his regular job. He was just doing a regular office job, and eventually his friend took him downstairs like, hey, this is a bar, and in the middle of the day we can have fun and all that, and then get back to work. And eventually the dude, you know, got overcome with emotions, he got lustful, and eventually he started missing his job, he got drunk, and the salesman just, you know, did a lot of temptation to drag him into there, and eventually it caused a lot of problems for him, which it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it did turn out pretty damn bad. They ended up owing a lot of money because they drunk so much and all that they had to owe the bar back. But once again, the salesman set that up because he was, you know, the devil offering temptation. The second part of the episode, however, is probably one of the darker aspects because the woman with the card, she buys stuff that, you know, makes herself look beautiful. She puts makeup on, nails, nail polish. She just does everything to make herself look completely beautiful. And once everything is done, obviously the next day everything's taken away from her. She looks old. Like, she looks very, 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 very old. And once again, this shows that this series could necessarily be very dark. I don't know if it'll get into the aspect of people dying or not. I have no idea. I don't know how dark this series is willing to go. But I do like some of the themes of it, especially with the second half of the episode. And if I could expect more stuff like this, I'm definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, there's my first impressions of The Laughing Salesman. Like I said already in this video, I don't know if I will continue to make videos on it. However, I will definitely be watching this series because it's fun. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.